Buying or selling land isn't the problem. Skipping step is. When it comes to investment, you need to understand the process of buying and selling land the right way. As a professional realtor, this is the exact step I take in buying and selling land for my clients. Step one, identifying your purpose. Now, when it comes to buying land and selling, you need to know the reason why you want to buy that property. Oftentimes, people make the mistake of not knowing the reason why they want to buy that property and end up making wrong investments. Now, you need to know if you're buying that property for investment purpose and flip after a period of time, or if you're buying for commercial purpose, or you're buying to build after a period of time. That is residential purpose, because this helps to determine the location, the budget, which is the price, and also it helps to determine the type of land that you are going to buy. Second step is identifying the location. Choosing the right location is very important as it affects the price, the future appreciation, and the return on investment. That is why you need to know exactly why you are buying that property in order to buy a property with a good development potential. Step three, land verification. Now, this is one of the most important steps when it comes to buying a land, as it includes checking the land title. This is a very important role when it comes to buying a property, and the best way for you to check the land title of that property, if it's authentic and if it's verifiable, is by going to the Ministry of Land to confirm the authenticity of that property. Secondly, you need to ensure the ownership of that land. There are so many ways you can ensure the ownership of that land, or you can confirm the ownership of that land, either by going to the Ministry of Land and also going to the community where that land is being sold. Ask questions around the community to be sure that the owners are the rightful owners of that property. Thirdly, you need to ensure that that property or that land you want to buy do not have any kind of government acquisition or government interest in it, and also do not have any kind of land issues. The fourth step is inspection. Oftentimes, people make the mistake of not prioritizing inspection. Now, inspection is another major step or another major process when it comes to buying a land, because it helps you to see that land in real time. It helps you to have clarity of that property you want to buy. It helps you to see the topography of that land, if it's in a swampy area, if it's in a hilly area, or if it's a table land. It also helps you to see the boundaries of the land, to see where the land stops and where the land starts. And another important thing going for inspection helps you to do, going for inspection helps you to see if the land you want to buy, it fits the purpose of your investment. Imagine buying a property for a restaurant, and that property tends to be inside the street and not at the entrance. Now, going for inspection helps you to see if this property is at the point or is at the perfect location where you want, depending on your purpose or the reason why you're buying that land. The fifth step is agreement and payment stage. At this point, verification has been done and agreement is being drafted. Now, this is the point where payment is made. And it is advisable that whenever you want to buy a land, avoid cash transaction, or unless you have a proper documentation for it. But I always advise to avoid cash transaction when you want to buy a land. Always use a bank transfer or a mobile phone transfer for safe and proper documentation. I mean, a bank transfer gives you full details of that transaction, from the name of the buyer to the date, the time, to the tiniest details that you need. In case of any kind of issue that arises in future, you have a proper document of who you sent the money to, the time, and the minutes. The last step is the documentation process. Now, at this point, verification has been carried out, inspection has been carried out, agreement has been made, and payment has been done. Now, this is the point where documents are being transferred from the buyer to the seller, and these are documents that you need when buying a property right here in Nigeria. Number one is your deed of assignment. Your deed of assignment is a document that transfers ownership from the buyer to the seller. Secondly, we have your survey plan. Your survey plan is that document that helps to dictate the four coordinates or the boundary of the land that you're buying. Thirdly, we have the irrevocable power of attorney. That is in some states actually. Another document is your C of O or governor's consent. Now, this document depends on the type of the property you bought. Not all property has a C of O, and not all property comes with a governor's consent. It's either you acquire them after buying that property or it comes with it generally. These are the documents that legally transfers ownership from the buyer to the seller. Now, these are all you need to know, or these are the processes that you need to know when buying a land right here in Nigeria. In my next video, I'll be talking about the processes you need to know when selling a property right here in Nigeria. My name is Vivian Woye Adeze, proudly known as the Realtor of the East Side. Don't forget to like this video, share this video to anyone that wants to buy a property and do not know how to go about it. Until I come your way next time, bye.